Opened in 2020 and immediately one of the main attractions here on the Las Vegas Strip. Welcome, everyone, to Allegiant Stadium. Daniel Carlson ready to get us started. And we're off and running in Las Vegas. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Now for the first time, it's a give to the rookie from Ohio State. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet. But let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
From the 39. He lobs it up, left sideline, looking for a chunk play. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now they have 3rd and short. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Milton. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. To throw, Milton. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Running back sent in motion. Milton back to throw. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Davion Clowney on that stop.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 38. Dumps it off to his running back. He's contained at the line for no gain. Jeremy Chin there on the stop. Offense up to the line fast. Throw on 3rd down. Ferguson's got it. Complete. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. That play good for 17 and a first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Well, I call that a table setter. If you're getting that kind of efficient production out of your fullback, well, that just sets the table up for everyone else on this offense to eat.
Back to throw. Here's Milton. Catch is made in close. And in for the Dallas touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Now first run of the game is Amir White. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Design bootleg here. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered gate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Pass play now. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the 1st down. Pops up right away and signals 1st down.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1. Offense in the hurry up here. Here we go, 2nd and 9. On the move, headed right. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
They kick the running back in motion. Third and long for him here. Finds him on the slant. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Now Milton to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
for the marker on second. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. First down.
We're through one quarter. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Underneath it goes, catch made by the running back. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be first down, Dallas. The running back gets it on the draw. And he's down into the red zone. This run gets to the 18. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. The run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Flush down now to his left. Now here he goes. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
They'll try and punch it in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he's in for the touchdown. The Cowboys get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cowboys double their lead to 14. Aubrey now to kick this one away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. We stop him right as he gets up past the 15. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That one's on the mark. Jacoby Myers. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first. Big play to begin the drive. That's up to the 37. They'll throw on 1st. They deliver a shot before he can get to the line.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this one does not go far. A.J. Cole on to punt. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Milton. Chased out to his right. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
From the 17. Connecting on a slant. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here's 2nd and 7. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 3rd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Milton now. He lofts it deep left. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. Dallas sends its punching unit onto the field. And he doesn't put much height or distance on that one. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That punt ends up a 36-yard kick. And it'll be Raider football. Pass play on 1st and 10. He gets this to Michael Mayer. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. To throw it on 1st down. Caught. Trey Tucker makes the play. And they get this down to the 28. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Has it down close. And he will take this in. Touchdown. The Raiders make it a one-score game before halftime. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Chooses to bring this one out. And this drive will start inside the 25. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. Milton. Got it deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. But I believe the Cowboys were the first to the football. They were, so they keep possession. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Running back sent in motion. Trying again, following the sack. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Throwing from the gun. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but not a bounce.
Second and 10 now. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Jacorian Bennett has it.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh no, give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that point.
Oh, he lost the football. And the offense gets it back, but of little consequence here. We've reached halftime in this one. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us.
Brendan Aubrey is on for the Cowboys.
We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. The return starts at the 18. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, first and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Play stopped by Damone Clark.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Only a couple of yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the gun, a run for White. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. They'll come up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. He's on the move. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
White runs it in for the Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Carlson to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders tie things up at 14. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. From his own end zone, here we go. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They're going play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
The give here on 2nd. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down. Oh, love this. He gets another one. Keep feeding that fullback, baby. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Yeah, I know you can read your partner right now, Kate. You know I'm smiling because that was a callback to the early days of football with fullbacks. Yeah, fullbacks, not running backs. They were the one that led the ground game. He didn't stop at a yard or two. He ripped off a nice chunk for them right there.
Handoff on 2nd and short. Into the secondary past the 40. And he has this all the way down to the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. Man in motion out of the slot. It's a jet sweep. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Eric Stokes getting there for the stop. Working quickly here. Throwing now off play action. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. And the Raiders have it as he records the 1st interception of his young career. Well, this has been a great game so far, Brock. A hard-fought 1st half, but they're really offering an edge to their opponent here by throwing a pick on their opening drive.
And now we'll get to see if they can capitalize that and pull ahead. They've already got the ball once this half. You know that they're loose, and now they get it back just 1 snap later.
He gets this one to Myers. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. throwing with a blitz on the way. And he's dropped. They got there for the sack. And that brings us to the end of this third quarter. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points apiece as we get ready for the 4th. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Looking for a throw here. This ball's cut by Bowers. Big man showing up the yards. Brock Bowers. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Raiders take a 4th quarter lead. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Chooses to bring this one out. Return lanes don't open for him. He stops shy of the 15. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Simple dive up the middle. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 21. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Another carry for him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the gun on 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Mark that one down as a 35-yard punt in the end. And they'll get ready to go on offense. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by White. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, I knew it at the time. I think everybody did. We knew the Legion of Boom was special, right? That entire secondary, but their safety's ability, Earl and Cam, to come downhill, to make those tackles.
They did it! He made the interception! Have some new life in the 4th.
That's so cool. He really did it all for him, didn't he? First he forced the turnover, and then he set them up in a better spot with a really nice return. Yeah, he had designs on doing the scoring for him, too. One more move, and he might have broken it for 6.
They go play action on 1st. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down.
Oh, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
Throwing it again on 2nd down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Buys time, rolling right. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Running on 2nd with White. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Looking to throw. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This is hauled in by Myers. He does it. Touchdown. The Raiders go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. Well, Brock, even with it being possibly the most popular route for teams to go to, sometimes you get it on the slant, you find yourself in the gap to turn it into much more, including what we just saw, 6 points.
All this time on task between you and I together, why do you think it's the most popular route?
Easy for the QB?
Yeah, I mean, short distance, easy for the QB, and it's also great versus man or zone. There really is not a defense that you can employ out there when you execute it right and you execute it on time, the big plays, and sometimes like this, touchdowns will follow.
And that hit is going to freeze him at the spot. He got stuck right at the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That was simply a case of not enough time available to let that play develop. That throw was out so quick, and he wasn't able to reel it in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Milton now. Dump off caught by his back. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. Offense up to the line fast. Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
To throw, Milton. Escapes the pocket. That's Jonathan Mingo, complete. And they're going to be down close to the 35 as he goes out. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking to throw it. That sails over his target, incomplete, and now it's 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? But they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. To throw. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
First down from the red zone. It's caught at the 4. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Another throw for Prescott. The back's got it. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown. I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Forced out to his right. And no connection on the 2-point try. It fails.
Maybe a little armchair quarterback after that call. It's like the defense knew exactly what was coming.
So down inside the final minute, they're ready to try the onside kick. And the Raiders able to cover up the onside try. That seals up this game.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
1st and 10, it's a give to White. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
At the Cowboys' 46-yard line.
Again, this is White. And he's brought down for a loss. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Up the middle, here goes White. He finds space into the red zone. And he will score! And there was no time left, and that should clinch the win. So that block a big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. From his own end zone, here we go. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. One final shot here. Trying to push it deep downfield. And there's our last-stand image of this game. It's intercepted. And the Raiders make one of their best plays at the end, coming up with the interception on our final snap.